Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be the last episode of Manifest with Me in March because in another day, it's going to be the new moon again. So we're going to have the new moon for the next moon cycle. That means that this moon cycle is ending. So we're going to talk about a couple things in this video. What to do now that the moon cycle is pretty much over. We're also going to be talking about some top reasons why your manifestations haven't come through. Because sometimes I hear from people, what am I doing wrong? My manifestation isn't here, or everybody else got theirs, where's mine? Or I just feel like maybe I didn't do it right. I have a lot of people who message me and DM me sometimes after this series to tell me that, along with other people telling me, hey, this is manifested, this is so great. So we're going to talk about reasons why maybe it hasn't come through, some troubleshooting. And then we're going to end with just some congratulations for you guys and talk about what's next. So let's go ahead and get started. Where are we at in the moon cycle? It is the last quarter moon. This is also known as the waning moon or the balsamic moon. This is when you look up in the sky and the moon is slowly going from the full moon into just a little sliver where it kind of disappears again, and then we go into the next moon cycle with a new moon. So this balsamic moon, this waning moon, this last quarter moon, this is the last part in the moon cycle. And this is where we rest, we reflect, we recharge, we let go, and we start opening to receive our manifestations. So this is a really good time to connect with your body. We should be doing that all the time, but making sure that you're getting stretching, you're getting out in the sunshine, that you're eating healthy, hydrating, that if you need to rest, doing things that are fun for you, hanging out with friends and socializing, or if you need a little bit of alone time, giving yourself what it needs right now. So right now it's all about establishing ease for yourself. And we have gone through so much in this cycle, you guys. Just to recap, and as a cheat sheet for if you ever want to save this video and just come back to it for all future moon cycles, remember that in order to manifest with the moon, we've got 4 moon phases, and during the first part of the moon cycle, it's the new moon, and what did we do? We set a vision board, we created it, we put all these pictures on it of all the things we wanted to manifest, and then we made like another vision board that was more like of a niche board. We just picked one thing, right? We got really specific on it, and then we did some scripting, a little bit of visualizing, and then we were on to the first quarter moon. During the first quarter moon, we took guided action, right? We made a workable action plan based off of all the pictures and ideas and things from our vision board. We made that action plan and then we took guided action. After that, it was the full moon. And this is a time where we kind of checked in with ourselves emotionally. We got a chance to rest. We were able to surrender, do some rituals. We set up an altar, just before. So we had some fun with the full moon. And now we are in the last quarter moon. And this is the time where we just rest, we reflect. Now, a couple questions I've been getting. The first one is, if I still want to take action, can I take action during the full moon or during the new moon or during the end of the moon cycle, even though it's time to rest? And the answer is yes. Anytime you feel like you want to take guided action, do it. You just want to make sure you don't push yourself too hard around the full moon and after the full moon during this last quarter moon. So you really just don't want to push it too hard. The second thing is that a lot of you guys were saying, oh my gosh, it was so easy to make the vision board and it was so easy to take action, but now this part of the moon cycle, just being present, not having as much to busy myself with, just needing to work on my energy and my vibration, positivity, that's hard for me. And I would completely agree, Sometimes it's easier to do the 3D work and to get organized than it is to sit with ourselves or to work on our thoughts or to do those affirmations or make that time for ourselves to, heal our body, to align. So I just want to encourage you guys to stay with it just a couple more days. You want to make this part of your body and part of your life. This time to stretch, this time to be with yourself, this time to be present, this time to heal. And I love that about the moon cycle because it reminds me to give myself that time every month especially. So now what do we do now that it's about to be a new moon? Well, what I like to do personally is I will clear off my altar. I will just, put the items away, and for me, it's a symbol like, okay, it's about to manifest, it's coming through, I've done the work, like I'm ready to receive this. Sometimes I will also delete my vision board. It depends, because some things I know are going to take some time to manifest, and I want to have the vision board for reference because it helps me as I make action plans in the future. Because you can have a manifestation that is ongoing, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I don't know, if it feels right to you, you can delete your vision board. And you're basically just getting ready to start all over again. You give yourself a break a couple days, then the next new moon, you can start the process again and you can focus on a new goal. Or you can decide, I'm just gonna kind of live for a while. Like, that was cool, gonna just open to receive, and maybe I'll try manifesting again a few months down the line. I certainly don't manifest like this every single month. Like I said, a lot of months I'll just make a vision board and forget about it. But I know if I really want something, or I want to really focus in on something, then I'll just do the whole process. So let's talk about reasons why your manifestation hasn't manifested. So if your manifestation hasn't manifested, you've gotten here all the way to the end of the moon cycle, you're opening to receive, and you're like, where's my manifestation? Well, sometimes you want to wait a couple weeks, because I tend to notice, at least in my life, a lot of things manifesting around the new moon. So usually a week or two into the next moon cycle, you're already working on your next manifestation, or you're just moving on with the process. Bam, all of a sudden it manifests. Sometimes you're not even expecting it, because maybe it's the first quarter moon, you're making a new vision board, you're moving on, and bam, there it comes. Sometimes manifestations will also come through around the full moon of the next moon cycle, or maybe on the full moon 3 months in the future. But those are times when things will tend to come through. But there's no exact timeline to it. That's what's hard, is that it could be that your manifestation is going to come through. It just might come through 6 months from now, or it could come 2 years from now. Patience is definitely part of the process. Now, I believe there are some things you can do that will speed your manifestations up, essentially. But if something's meant to come through at a certain time, there's probably gonna not be a lot you can do about it. You can always work on aligning your energy, making sure you've done the action, kind of check over everything. If you want to repeat your manifestation process for another moon cycle, just because you're like, I really want to get this intention out there, then why not repeat it for another moon cycle? But I wouldn't repeat and do this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 moon cycles with the same thing, because at a certain point you got to trust, you got to let go, you got to surrender that it's going to come. Now, you can still take guided action for this intention though. If it hasn't come through next month around the first quarter moon, let's say you're going to do the manifestation process again, but with something else, then you're making your vision board, you're taking action, but you can also do a couple action steps from this moon cycle. So that's what I do. I have a lot of ongoing manifestations, and I will just kind of have a list of my action steps, and it'll be for multiple things I'm trying to manifest. And some of them, I really focused on, one of them on one moon cycle 3 months ago. I'll just make sure I check in. Is there any action I can do? Is it time to move forward with that? Especially during the first quarter moon, and all the first quarter moons in the future. So hopefully that makes sense. Basically, you can keep working towards things if it hasn't manifested. I suggest that you do, but sometimes it's good to just let go as well. So yeah, there could be some things that take time to build. Rome wasn't built in a day. If you're trying to manifest that you start a business or something, you're gonna have to take action consistently for months and months, years and years in some cases. And just doing it for 30 days, one moon cycle, starting a website, maybe doing a little bit of marketing and then just forgetting about it for a year might not be the best approach. So you got to trust your intuition, you got to be realistic, you got to keep working towards things. But it's nice that you had that whole month to just really set that intention, right? So that's kind of how it works. Now, there does come a time where maybe you got way too many things going at once and you're a little bit overwhelmed. And that might be another reason why your manifestation isn't coming through. So perhaps you just weren't able to get specific enough on what it was that you wanted. Maybe your vision board was really vague. You just thought, you know what? I'd love to have my dream home, and you just put a couple pictures of the mansions on your vision board, but it's all over the place. One of them's in the forest, one of them's by the sea, one of them's 2 stories, one of them's 1 story, one of them's cottagecore, another one of them's like modern. And so you need to get more specific. And that's what I love about the manifestation process, is that it allows you to kind of explore the things that you want. It allows you to kind of narrow those things down. And it's a process. It could take years sometimes to narrow down the specifics of something. So just keep working at it. Just keep, hashing away at it. Do a moon cycle for it. Try to refine your vision more. And another thing is if you change your mind a lot. So once again, indecisiveness can keep your manifestation from coming through, because maybe you get really excited and you're like, I want to do animal rescue center, and then maybe you change your mind and you're like, no, I want to be a professional dancer and I want to move to the city. Then you've got all this conflict, and then there's another part of you that's like, I want to go live in, Timbuktu or something. So you've got all these different conflicts. You want to go to school for this, but you want to move here, but you want to be with the animals on the farm, but you want to be in the city. So you can certainly have all of those things in your lifetime. You can certainly manifest a life where you're doing it all. I believe that, get it. But for, a moon cycle, a full manifestation process, it's important to get specific and to really work with something for a while and stay consistent with it. And so sometimes you do have to just make a choice and be like, this is what I'm going to focus on. I still want this and this, but this is my focus and I'm going to build towards that. So another thing is, for those of you guys who feel indecisive, it's not that manifestation isn't for you. It just might mean that you need to work on giving yourself more time to explore your life and explore your path. Because manifestation is ultimately about making a decision about what you want. And if you're having trouble deciding what you want, so you can't even manifest, then just know you're going to be manifesting things all the time anyways. Like, you could be craving adventure, so maybe you could just manifest adventure. What does that look like for you? You could be craving freedom. What does freedom look like for you? You could get more specific and manifest based off of that. Or you can just go, you know what, at this time in my life, I just want to explore. I don't need to be manifesting. And that's okay, because I go through phases where I just couldn't care less about manifesting and I just want to live my life. But it's nice. It's just a nice tool to have whenever you really want something or trying to spend a season focused on something. So another reason that what you want hasn't manifested is because it might not be the best thing for you, or it might not be in alignment. Sometimes we think we know what we want, and then we get it and it's actually really bad for us, or we don't like it. And so sometimes you not getting what you want is the universe protecting you. I know that's hard to hear, but it could just be unconsciously or subconsciously. You know that that's not going to be the best experience for you, for your life, for your growth. So a lot of times the universe will send you through what you want. It's just going to look a little bit different than you expected, or it might come in a different way. And if you absolutely just don't get it, it might just be that was not the best thing for you. I can think of times in my life where I tried to manifest something, or I worked towards a goal, and then later realized that was a bad idea, or I didn't like it, or I didn't want it. Be careful what you wish for, right? So sometimes you're being saved. I don't always think that's the case. It's a really easy cop-out to be like, oh, manifestation didn't work for you. It just wasn't meant to be. So that does happen, but I think most of the time you just need to be patient, or you just need to get a little bit more specific with it. give it some more time, and you're gonna see it. I get stories all the time from people emailing me, coming in my DMs, saying that they did manifest with me, or that they've been working with the law of attraction, and how cool it is that they were able to make this goal of theirs happen, or that they were able to focus on it more. I always love hearing those stories, you guys, so feel free to share them. But yeah, sometimes it just doesn't come through. Now, the last reason why your manifestation hasn't come could be because, and stick with me here, it could be because it has already come. You just haven't recognized it yet. So that's a possibility, that it has come, it's just different than when you thought, or it came in a different way. Or the opportunity could be hanging around you. It's just up to you to take the opportunity, or to create it, or to walk through the door. But I think most of the time, your manifestations will come through in a way that's easy and clear for you to recognize. That's why I suggest to keep a manifestation journal, get a little organized, and to always be on the lookout for your manifestations. Sometimes I've asked for the littlest things, and then when I get it, I just always forget, oh my gosh, I manifested that, or I put that on my vision board, or that looks exactly like that thing I wanted. You're just sitting in this situation, you're having a day, and you look out, and the whole view and everything that's happening is, you manifested it. That's kind of a situation I'm in right now, actually. So, you always got to keep your eyes open for these things and know that they're going to come through, and sometimes when you least expect it. So this is the end of the course. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. I'll admit this year was tough for me. I had a lot going on in my personal life at the time that I was recording these courses, but it was actually really nice to be able to have this time to be with you guys and to be teaching you about manifestation. And I always try to do the course along with you, and that's what happened. I ended up manifesting what I wanted right in the middle, and a new moon is in a couple days. I think I'm gonna get to work with some other stuff I want to bring in. So I'm always here for you guys. If you ever have questions about manifesting, email me, DM me, drop me a line. I'm here for you guys. I definitely am going to be putting up more content on manifestation, just because I know there's a group of you guys who's really committed to this now. So maybe we'll check in. I'm always doing energy updates on the channel and pick a card readings. Anytime there's an energy shift, or there's something's going retrograde, or there's a shift in the energy, come check my channel, because I'm always going to have stuff up for you guys. And once again, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this little manifestation club. I hope that all of your dreams come true, and I will see you next time. Peace out.